Yes, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are international, so I am happy to be with Harry today because he just came from abroad, from England, to attend our meeting. You are welcome.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Efendim, Nomadmania, dünyada en çok gezenlerin yer aldığı bir site. Üye oluyorsunuz ve her seyahate gittikten sonra onlara bilgileri yolluyorsunuz. Bir form var, o dolduruyorsunuz ve dünya, it is 1281, 1281 bölgeye ayrıldı. Siz sadece İstanbul'da bir gün kalarak Türkiye'yi görmüş sayılamazsınız. Or if you want in London one day, you don't see England. So there are regions. So you have to prove that you have been all regions. Turkey 11 regions, United States how many regions?
70 something.
70 bölgeye ayrılmış ve bunların her biri için bir puan alıyorsunuz. Aslında dünyada 193 ülke var. Onları görenlerin sayısı epey fazla. Ben de dahilim. There are about 65 people who saw 193 countries.
Well, there's 65 who are members of Nomadmania. In total, there's almost 200. So about a third are members of our site.
Evet, 65 tane Nomadmania üyesi 180 ülkeyi gördüler. Pardon, 193 ülkeyi. Ama onunla iş bitmiyor tabii. Bir gün siz baş yeri olarak o ülkeyi görmüş olmuyorsunuz. Burada bir de mühim olan esas kriter 1281 bölgede en çok olabilmek. Çünkü o bölgeler hiç kolay değil, her birine ulaşmak lazım. Ve şimdi şu anda ben onda 762 bölgeyi gördüm. You have been how many regions?
1172 right now.
1117 bölgeyi de 1281'den. Böylece onu birinci yapıyor efendim. Nomadmania'ya üye olun, yarışın, ufkunuzu açın. Her hafta there are newspapers, so they give information about the new things. They share the experiences of traveling. Seyahatleri birbirinizle paylaşıyorsunuz, güzel bilgiler alıyorsunuz. Eğer üye olursanız bütün bu bilgilere ulaşıyorsunuz efendim. Now, he is the most traveled man in Nomadmania website. So I am 41, 43, he is the first. So we are very happy to welcome him as Turkish Travelers Club.
Thanks. Well, I have to say I'm very impressed by the club. Today I had the pleasure of going to the house that the club owns and seeing what it looks like. I think you're the only club that I know of which actually owns a building. And yeah, I don't really think I'm the most traveled person in the world. It just so happens that I'm first on Nomadmania now. I'm sure it won't be for very long.
What do you recommend them, for the young travelers? They say, you must be very rich to travel, and so far, is it true? To travel, you must be very rich?
No.
What is the most important factor?
I think curiosity and being open and having the desire is the most important factor. You don't have to be rich. I think, well, you in Turkey, you have Pegasus Air, and that makes everything much cheaper, I think. And to be honest, what I always say to people who feel that they're young or they don't have the experience, I say start from your own country. Many people always think that traveling means going very far. That's not true, and especially Turkey, it's a relatively big country, and it's a country with a lot of contrasts, a lot of history, a lot of things to get to know. So, if you think that maybe you don't have the experience or the money, just go to the other side of Turkey, and I'm sure that will be a very good first experience before you spread your wings further away.
Evet, Mr. Harry özet olarak şunu söylüyor, yola çıkmak için çok paraya ihtiyaç yok. Seyahat demek en uzaklara gitmek değil, önce kendi ülkenizle başlayın diyor. Önce Türkiye'yi görün, merak çok önemli diyor, paradan önemli. Bir 70 liraya bilet alıp bile yurt dışına gidebilirsiniz, ta ki isteyin diyor. Ve herkesi yolculuğa davet ediyor. Şu anda dünyada tamamlamadığı ülke yok. 193 ülkeyi, he has completed 193 countries. The first term, now he is going to complete the second term, only 24 are left. Sadece 24 ülkesi kaldı. 24 ülkeyi tamamlayınca bütün dünyanın ülkelerini 2 defa devretmiş oluyor. Yes, there are some questions. Mostly the young people want to know about traveling.
My pleasure.
So they ask me often these questions. So, what is the most interesting thing that happened in your life during traveling?
I think it's going to happen tonight here at the meeting of the Turkish club. I'm really looking forward to it. Apart from that, I attended an Indian wedding, which was 4 days long, and that is one thing you will never forget. So I think it's just the colors and the whole experience, the people, the dancing. There was the groom came with an elephant, and then just the reception was in an old palace. The buffet, I think, was about 1 kilometer long. I'm serious, you know, I'm not exaggerating. So I think that is something that I will never forget.
I am against this because there are 22,000 people dying each day. You have been in many countries like Kiribati, you know, there are so poor people there, and they are spending a lot of money for 4 days, and most of the food are gone to the garbage. So
I agree.
I tell the young people not to make wedding.
Well, the question was the interesting event. I don't put any moral labels on it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just stuck in my brain.
I tell my students, don't get married, just make it and they go traveling with that money. I mean, they can get married, but they don't do this ceremonies and expenses.
Oh, I agree with that.
In that money, they can travel.
When I got married, there were 10 people there. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I made a speech in Andaman Island.
No, translate what I said.
Diyor ki ben de aynı fikirdeyim diyor. Efendim diyoruz ki o düğüne harcayacağınız parayla Hindistan'da bu aptalca iş yapılıyor maalesef. O parayla seyahate çıkın. Kimseyi memnun edemez. You can never make anyone happy. Mostly they come and they talk against you when they leave the wedding ceremony. So I told this in Nehru University in India. I said, you are crazy. You are making 4-day weddings, spend so much money, and they applaud me.
Okay.
They were not angry. Okay. Now the second question. What is the most favorite? You have been almost all Turkey. Now you are going to Diyarbakır.
Well, I still have a lot to see. Yeah.
What was the most interesting place you have been to in Turkey?
That's a tough question. I really don't know what to answer. Turkey is, you know, Turkey has so many different angles.
What about Cappadocia?
Wonderful. But I think the question is not the most favorite city, right?
Favorite city in Turkey.
I think in terms of city, I really like Bursa. I don't know. I found it very authentic, you know, and I think the location, kind of the hills, and it was a little bit moody, and I liked that a lot, and it had this traditional old part. You know, Cappadocia is great, but there's just too many tourists, and the problem is when you reach my level of traveling and your level too, you know, when you see so many tourists everywhere, you just want to go to somewhere else. So, you know, I'm really looking forward. Tomorrow I'm going to Mardin, and it's December, so I think there won't be many people there. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, normally in Mardin they come, but not in this.
Not in December, no.
Evet, another question. What is your favorite Turkish food? Sütlaç.
and Adana Adana kebab and Iskender kebab as well. Yeah, I love that. But all the desserts, all of them.
You know, Harry's family also comes partly from Samsun, in Greek, so we have very familiar fooding.
Oh yeah.
So he is very like Turkish people, and we like him very much. Always smiling.
But you know, every time I come to Turkey, before coming I try to go on a diet, because I know I'm going to be eating everything I find. So, yeah.
And the last question, they ask me often this question, what is the most difficult travel or the most difficult country you have reached?
Well, there's a number of difficult countries. I would say in general, in Africa things can be difficult. I think it's always hard to go somewhere where it's dangerous and where the security is not good. I was in Somalia for the second time just last month, and that is difficult because you need to arrange your security, so you have security guards with guns, Kalashnikovs, they go with you everywhere. And it's difficult also because you want to see everything, but they roll up the windows as your car is going and you are not allowed to get out. you know, you don't have the freedom because they're scared you're going to be killed or kidnapped. So I think part of the difficulty is having the desire, but you can only look at things which are allowed. And of course it's also that you yourself are a bit afraid, you don't know what's going to happen next. So yeah, I would say Somalia might have been the hardest country I visited.
Evet, özet olarak Harry Somali'yi gösterdi. Somali'de diyor çok önceden planlamam lazım, yanıma korumalar veriyorlar. O korumaların ancak eşliğinde gidebiliyorsunuz. Her yere istediğiniz gibi gidemiyorsunuz ve o bir zorlama. But you went also Somaliland.
Somaliland, that's easier.
Easier?
It's easier, yeah. Yeah.
Is there a plane going there?
Oh yeah. Somaliland is semi-independent, and so there you can go by plane, and there you don't need security, which means that you're kind of freer to go around. Yeah.
Somaliland yarı bağımsız fakat Birleşmiş Milletler tarafından kabul edilmemiş. Orası daha da kolaydı diyor. For me, the most difficult country I have been to was at that time Afghanistan. I was arrested and so far.
Yeah.
But anyway, when you are alone and when you are desiring, when you are good feeling, when you smile, I think most problems are solved, isn't it?
Yeah, well, unless someone comes to you with a gun, but that hasn't happened yet. Yeah.
In Papua New Guinea, they put a bomb in our car.
Really?
It didn't explode. We all ran to the car and the bomb was there.
Okay.
They asked us to stop. The driver didn't stop. They threw it in the car.
The thing is that these make good stories afterwards,
yes,
you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have been writing each other for a while. So I have to prove that I have been all these countries. Biliyorsunuz Novatmanya'da daha önceden gittiğiniz yerleri bir çeşit ispat etmeniz lazım. O da nasıl oluyor? You can show boarding cards or full pictures or visas, passports. You have to, because everyone can say that I have seen all these countries, you have to prove them. Onu ispat etmeniz lazım. So I did these all. What did you think about me? They are asking before you met, and how did you find me?
Well, look, I'll be honest, I cheated. So, you know, I Googled Mr. Kural. Obviously, you know, I didn't know anything about him, but I did Google him, and then I saw all these videos on YouTube, and I kind of figured out his biography. So I realized you were someone relatively well known in Turkey, you know, and you're more or less exactly the way I expected you. So, yeah, and I have to say we thank you very much in Nomad Mania, because thanks to you, Nomad Mania has become more well known in Turkey, and we really want as many Turkish members and travelers. You don't need to have gone far. We just want to be an international site, and it's thanks to you that we already have quite a few Turkish travelers.
And also I thank Nomad Mania for making all this progress. It's not easy. There's always a competition. The competition should be so people will travel more. But if we have a website like this, so people are encouraged and willing to see more. Thank you for making this organization, because this way I could prove that I have been all over the world. Otherwise, every day I'm saying in Normandy I'm 41st or so. If you don't have this, I wouldn't say anything, so nobody should know it. Okay, thank you very much for participating our video channel. Efendim hepinize üye olmaya, bugün uluslararası bir yayın yaptık. Belki de dünyada en ilginç insanlardan biriyle görüştük. Bütün dünyayı gezmiş, ikinci defa gezen İnanılmaz bir insanla beraberdik, Harry ile. Biraz sonra derneğimizde konuşma yapacak. Hepinize selamlar ve beni takip etmeye devam edin. Follow me.